Hi everyone, for those that don't already know me, I'm Lisa from Devon and I mainly breed and show tortoiseshells. I've been working on them for about 4 years now. I have had to start pretty much from scratch. When I did first start showing them, which was probably about 5 years ago, they were still in guide standard. I know secretaries had to ask other judges what classes they were going into. They were pretty much unknown and unshown as well. So it's great now with the help from the RV that they are now back in the full standard where they were before, but unfortunately they are still so few of them and so few breeders, with just myself and Janet actively breeding and showing them. Part of the symposium is to bring these rare breeds together so people can see them. So we would love for as many people as possible to come to the symposium where they get to meet the tortoiseshells. We can discuss the standard, learn how they're judged, and hopefully the aim of it is to also encourage people to want to learn more about them, to want to keep them, for them to be a more desired breed. As a project for people, they're definitely not easy, but it is all about promoting the breed. I know myself and Janet are always happy to answer questions, and we look forward to seeing as many people there as possible on the 25th of April.
Hello? I'm Jill Elding, and I'm just going to give you a little taster of the discussion I will be giving on the self-champagne at the Rare Varieties Symposium. I've only been showing this breed for the last 18 months. The feedback has been very positive and encouraging. Judges and fellow exhibitors have been impressed with the level of color, which goes down to the undercolor and skin. At the moment, they are in the development class, so they are restricted to be only shown at Rare Varieties and English self-stock shows. For this reason, there may be many of you that have yet to see this breed, so I encourage you to attend the symposium so you can set your eyes and hands on them. I will also inform you of their origin and outcrosses, but most of all, I would love your feedback.
Everyone, I'm Amelia Townley and I've been keeping magpie guinea pigs for about 5 years. I'd like to introduce everyone to this absolutely striking breed. So they are quite a rare breed. There's only myself and a handful of other breeders actually breeding and exhibiting them. So every litter that arrives is extra special. So what first drew me to them is they're just striking, absolutely striking. And their personality is absolutely amazing. They're so sweet, so cheeky. At the symposium on the 25th of April, I will be focusing on what matters to exhibitors, the breeders and the judges, and also what to look out for in show cavies and breeding ones. I'll demonstrate how to assess their coat, their colour, their patching distributions. I will be bringing several of my cavies along so you can get up close and personal with them and have a real good look at them. There will also be time for questions, which I will be answering, of what to look out for in breeding stock, what is good show stock, and what to pet home really. Any pitfalls to avoid when it comes to breeding them. And I'd love to meet fellow exhibitors of them and anyone that's interested in getting into breeding and showing magpies. Between myself and a few of the breeders, I'm sure we'll be able to start people off with maybe breeding pairs or trios in the future. So please do come and say hello on the 25th of April. I'll be there with lots of these beautiful creatures for everybody to have a nice listen to, question and a nice cuddle.
Hi everybody, for those who don't know me, I am Cheryl and I'm from Knutsford, and following a childhood full of pet guinea pigs, mainly long-haired, I decided to return to them approximately 4 years ago with showing in mind. Now initially I was really captivated by 3 Manipulas, which I took on, I studied, I played around with coats, but then had the opportunity to meet other like-minded people who could guide me and support me through a journey which I do not regret. It's been up and down, but the Manipuli themselves just embrace everything in me that I enjoy, along with the actual look of pets should always look like their owners. Now, their affectionate nature and appealing semi-long-haired corkscrew curls make them stand out from other guinea pigs. And ownership is based purely on improving the standard and getting them out there. Sadly, there aren't many down south, which then means judges and other people don't get to appreciate just what we are working on and why we're so passionate about this particular breed. And the RV give the opportunity to all, whether judges or exhibitors, to appreciate just what we have, along with all the other breeds that are there. So whether you're short-haired breeds, long-haired breeds, coloured, selfs, whatever, there would be the prime opportunity for you to assess and perhaps get a more educated opinion of where you perhaps would like to go in the future. And really, for me, it's all about information. It's all about positivity and constructive feedback. So if you'd like to come along, you may not find us very appealing, but you can always give constructive feedback. Both myself and Tony will be championing the breed, and we'll have a few examples for you to have hands on, which is always the best way to experience breeds. They do have their ups and downs. As with all long-hairs, there are issues with chewing. You could have the best looking pig around, and unfortunately, if it decides to chew, the career is generally over, which obviously with short-hairs and self, you don't have that. But they are well worth the heartache. So thank you to the RV who will allow us to put these forward and to hopefully help people embrace what we see in them and our passion for what we do. Hope to see you there. Bye.
Hi there everyone. On the 25th of April, the Rare Varieties Cavy Club will be holding a symposium where you will get to see a number of breeds the club caters for. I will be giving you an insight to the pink-eyed black. The pink-eyed black is currently in development classes. This means that they can only be shown in the UK at English South Cavy Club stock shows and the Rare Variety Cavy Club stock shows. I will also be giving you an insight into why records are so important and why I microchip my cavies. Many of you may or may not know, but this breed came from a mutated gene from a koi. This gene has the potential to turn many, if not all, we just don't know yet, dark-eyed pigs into pink-eyed pigs. Currently in Europe and the UK, there are pink-eyed blues, pink-eyed slates, blacks, cresteds, and otters. So if you want to find out more about this beautiful breed and its amazing gene, come along on the 25th and have a chat. See you then.
Hi, I'm Amy and I will be at the Symposium on the 25th of April representing the Self Caramels. The Self Caramels have been around for a long time now. They did make their way to guide standard, but unfortunately there were not enough people actively breeding and showing, so they did drop back down to new and emerging. I've been showing them for around 5 years, probably a little bit longer, with another person. Unfortunately, the other person decided to part with the breed, so I took over the remaining stud. Over the last 18 months, I've really been trying to push the caramels. We now have actively breeding and showing 4 of us, with the 5th person ready to pick up their little stud from us. We've been attending lots of shows all over, trying to make it to most of the English Selfs shows as well. The Caramels have been doing fantastic. They have been winning new and emerging against other breeds at most shows. Yeah, they are a fantastic breed. I'm hoping that we can get them to move back up into guide standard to make Ted. Unfortunately, Ted is no longer with us, but he was the person that created the Self Caramels, and I'd like to do him proud. Yeah, so anyone that can make the symposium on the 25th of April, it's a great opportunity to come along, ask questions, find out about the breed, and to even put your name down to join the Caramel team. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Jamie. I'm really excited to be running 2 workshops at the Symposium on the 25th of April. First up, the Belted. When I took over this breed there were only 5 left in the entire country. I've been working incredibly hard to rebuild their numbers and support new breeders and raise their profile. Today we now have 7 active breeders and people showing this wonderful breed, and their future is looking brighter than ever. My second workshop will be focusing on the Tweed. Back in 2015, along with 2 other studs, we imported this beautiful breed into the UK from Denmark. Since then we have put years of work into working on their development, improving consistency and guiding them through the assessment classes. They're now in new and emerging, and with continuous progress we're hoping they'll reach guide standard next year. I can't wait to share the journey of both these breeds with you, answer any questions and hopefully inspire even more people to start getting involved. We'll see you on the 25th of April. Let us know if you're coming, we'd love to see you there.